All right, now we're outside. We're not in the gym. No special apparatus, no exercise equipment. You can exercise pretty much anywhere. I want to show people that there's all types of things you can do.
Definitely be outside when the sun.
Definitely the sun, vitamin D is an immune system modulator. You need that. We're going to do squats, and we're going to do a really hard version. And it's just going to regress it, because whatever you can do as an individual or whatever you can't do, you experiment. You start wherever you're at, and then you regress it till it's easier to. You can do it. You stick with that version for a while, but you don't stay there. You try to advance. You try to do harder and harder versions. That's how you progress. I mean, when you first had a stroke, you were in a wheelchair, right?
Yeah.
Couldn't talk. And then you went to a walker, then you went to ski poles, and then we started working out. The next thing you know, you're walking the steps 100 times with no hand. All right, so what you're going to do is do squats. Now, whenever you do squats, you always want your knees to bend in the direction that your feet point. So if they're straight ahead, fine. If they're curved out, fine too. Do some regular just body weight squats. Do 3 of them, all right? And with squats, I always say go down as low as you can go. All right, now, these are more advanced. He's going to squat down on the toes. He's going to stay on the toes the whole time. They're hard. They're tough. Now, a lot of times when people have tight lower legs, calves, they can't squat down without their toes coming up. So you might find you need to do this anyway. All right, now, do a couple regular squats like that, but you can't go down that far. You're not that flexible. You're not used to moving. Just little half squats. See, you might have to do that at first, but when you start doing this, test your limit all the time. Test your limit. How low can you go? Get down lower and lower. You don't want to be complacent. You don't want to get used to one certain thing, because it'll become easy and it'll become ineffective. Our go-to is the active squat stretch. We're outside. We got railing on the steps, but you could do it on the kitchen counter. You could do it where you had a bar, anything that you can hold on to. So he's going to squat down, do some with the feet flat. Now this one, you want to be pretty close, and you want to go rock bottom on this as much as you can, because it's called the active squat stretch for a reason. It's stretching out the hips, stretching out the low back. You can sit down there as a stretch, or do 5 of them. You can do it as reps, so you can make it an exercise. I'd say if you get to where you can do 2 or 3 sets of 25 of this fairly easily, you need to advance it somehow. All right, now do it on the toes. You can stay on the toes and do this. Remember, you're holding on to something, so you're not just holding on. If you're weak or unbalanced or not coordinated that well, use your hands to pull yourself up. It's fine. Now stop. You start flat-footed. This is going to be a lot of people. As you go down, let your knees shoot forward and let your heels come up. And then when you stand up, you can become flat-footed again. This is going to be a lot of people, because they're going to find that they're not that flexible. The back of the legs, the calves are probably tight, so it won't allow them good dorsiflexion, where the knee can jut over the toe and the foot can still stay flat. Yeah, all different types of squats. You can always regress any movement. What's that?
To get out of the wheelchair.
Yes, this is the one main thing that he used to get up and moving again. The active squat stretch. I use it with a lot of clients. It's very, very good.